My name is Matt Lusson and I'm the director of Die Winterreise.
My name is Paul Kapsis and I am the middle-aged singer in the Winterreise.
Die Winterreise is a 24-part song cycle written by Franz Schubert. It's traditionally performed today in a concert hall by a tenor and a pianist, often in German. But we are taking inspiration from the idea that Schubert used to play these songs for his friends in his house. So it was usually created for a much more intimate environment. So we are taking a selection of the songs. We're not singing the whole cycle. Paul's singing it in English. And Paul's joined on stage by two other men who are responding to the song cycle in various ways. One is a dancer, one is an actor.
Well, it's a huge challenge to sing. Each song has its own universe, world, and it shifts and changes for what this person is going through.
It's a very different type of performance, I think, for you.
Yeah, very different. Stripped back, no makeup to hide behind. A character, a strong character, going through this journey with the music, with the lyrics, which are very powerful, very strong. So yeah, very different from me, I think, from what an audience might expect me to do.
So I think at moments there's an incredible grace to it. I think there's an incredible beauty, but there's also an incredible longing. So it's a constant contradiction between the two.
I'm Tamara Solwick and I created and performed Pin Drop. Pin Drop's about fear, really. It's about how we experience real or possibly imagined threat. Sound is really pivotal to the work, but it's also very strongly based in kind of visual and physical languages as well.
Hi Annie, how are you?
So it's kind of that moment when you start to listen in that different way. Or the phone rings and it's silent and then there's this really weird voice. Or you're walking down the street at night. So it's those spaces where we go into a heightened kind of listening, where our awareness is heightened, where you'd hear a pin drop if it did.
Hello, my name is Derek Lynch. I'm from Finca-Abatula community in the Central Australia, and I'm in Namagiri show, which is coming your way.
And I'm Trevor Jamison, and I'm from the Goldfields, Pidgenyarra bloke. I love doing this show, Namagiri, because it's about Namagiri himself and the collaboration between him and Rex Batterby. Within the show, we have landscapes that the grandsons and daughters are sketching with white chalk on a black wall. To see the show, you're invited to be a part of an art studio with the Namagiri descendants. Plus, we have people like Robert Hannaford, who's a great portrait painter, on stage. So not only is it storytelling, but people get to experience having, with words, shape watercolour, or the style of watercolour that Namagiri does. A very important show to see.
So we're really happy to bring it to the Malthouse.
Beautiful show, collaboration between white fellas and black fellas, so you'll enjoy it.
I'm Kate Denver. I'm the director of Look Right Through Me, which is a new production of Cage with Michael Mooney. The idea when people open a newspaper and they see a Looney cartoon, they get there's an immediate response, an immediate exchange. So I suppose we're trying, with the signature of our work, using dancers and actors and physicality as our language, to marry the two worlds in some way.
And that murkiness, that muckiness that's in my work, it comes from my material, so much of it, as much as my background. You're working with ink and pens, and you love the textual quality of life, and I like that about the stage and the dancing and movement and that things happen. little mistakes and slips and slides.
Not too many mistakes, let's hope.
Oh, the more the merrier. That's why we go to the theatre, isn't it?
My name's Sam. I'm the director of Half Real and the artistic director of the Border Project.
Hi, I'm Duncan Graham. I'm the writer of Half Real.
Half Real is a unique theatrical experience where the audience have an hour to investigate a murder mystery.
The difference being that the audience carries out the investigation, so we place them as the detectives.
And in order to do so, they use an interactive device called a zigzag controller.
Can you trust your own investigation of these characters and what they're telling you? Is it a fiction, or is it indeed a deeply real experience? And that is something that is built into the mechanism of the play.
Half Real will be probably your first time in the theatre where you are going to truly determine what the experience is like. You and the group of people get to decide where you go, what you discover, and how you view what's happening on stage. And we think that's really, really exciting, and we hope you really enjoy it.
Hello, I'm Bruce Gladwin. I'm the Artistic Director of Back to Back Theatre and the Director of Ganesh versus the Third Reich. So Ganesh versus the Third Reich is the story about the elephant-headed Hindu deity Ganesh travelling to Nazi Germany to reclaim the swastika stolen from the gods by the Nazis. Back to Back is driven by a core ensemble of 7 performers who are all perceived to have an intellectual disability, and the work that we create comes from the minds and the hearts of those actors. We undertake very open, free-form creative developments where we have no idea of what play or subject matter we'll be creating, and through a very open forum such as that, we develop 2 ideas, one about Nazis and the other one about Ganesh. I think the most interesting question for me is, can a small theatre company from Geelong rewrite European and Asiatic history? We're yet to find out.
Hello
listeners, my name is Meow Meow, and I'm terribly excited to be coming to Melbourne to present a marvellous little Christmas special called Meow Meow's Little Magical. And I'll be working with the gorgeous Marion Potts, and a bevy of Australian composers will be hurling songs at me, and I'll just pick a couple. I'm contractually delighted to perform with the lovely Mitchell Butel, who, as we all know, is a comic genius, so I'll be giving him as little stage time as possible, basically.
Abbracciami forte, perché sento che l'amore
about poverty, dreams, hallucinations, and wonderment. What more could you want for Christmas? That's the Malthouse Theatre, and I'm going to descend on it, on you. Put on your safety jackets.
The minx on my left is Bojana Novakovic.
Okay, no, again. This is Tim Rogers, and Tim Rogers is writing the music and the lyrics, most of the lyrics.
To my left, you may have noticed Bojana Novakovic, who neglected to mention that I'll also be performing with her.
For Ride-On's show, The Story of Mary McLean by Herself, which will be on in the Beckett as part of the Company in Residence program. Did I get that right? Mary McLean was a self-proclaimed genius and recluse in the 19th century. She was
a bit of a liar as well.
Okay, she was born in Butte, Montana, and sold 100,000 copies of a book in which she talked about her fascination with the devil. No, sorry, Mary's world is a early 20th century world. But her writing and her ideas and her thoughts are incredibly contemporary, which is why they interest us.
Ride On Theatre presents, with the Malthouse, the story of Mary McLean by herself, featuring all music and 97% of the lyrics by Tim Rogers.
And starring
Tim Rogers and
say it.
Bojana Novakovic. Bojana Novakovic.